Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Tsukume 9320. Let's start out with wrist check. I'm wearing this GSD 003 on the metal bracelet. I'm going to do a mini review of this because I've already reviewed it on the rubber strap, so I just want to be able to show you guys the bracelet. And Greg was wearing my Addies Dive 2055. Grogu went to Watches and Wonders wearing a high-quality replica Submariner. He showed it to Adrian Barker and told him it was a replica. Adrian asked, "Why would you wear a replica among all these watch experts?" He said, "Because if I can fake it here, I can fake it anywhere." All right, let's take a look at the watch. This is a sub-$20 watch, and it did not come in a box. Who needs a box anyway? You get a watch this affordable. You're not going to get a good box anyway. But there it is. It's a fairly nice looking watch. This is my 14th Tsukume and my second 9320, as I became so upset after bending and ruining my force sizing tool, I smashed it with a hammer and threw it in the garbage. Anger clouds the mind, and when my mind cleared, I realized I probably could have remedied the situation with a little WD-40. To test my theory, I ordered another watch from AliExpress, and the WD-40 worked like a charm as I was able to size it with little effort. This watch is following the integrated bracelet trend, but it doesn't look like a PRX. I really don't know if it is an homage of anything or not. Feel free to leave a comment if you think it is an homage or just merely derivative. This watch comes in 6 different colorways, 2 gold, 3 chrome, and 1 black. I picked the chrome with blue dial. Surprise, surprise. In hindsight, I probably should have chosen another color for review purposes, as it is hard to screw up chrome. Tsukume claims that the watch is 43 millimeters, but I measured 41. It's 47.3 millimeters lug to lug with barely protruding integrated end links. It's 12.4 millimeters thick, including the dome crystal. Lug width does not apply, but it's 24 millimeters where the bracelet meets the case. And it weighs 139 grams on the supplied hollow bracelet with 3 links removed. If you look at the bezel, it has these little indents here on the corners. So it's kind of a unique design. But it's a very big bezel. It's such a big bezel that it makes the dial look small. And then we do have the dial. We have a Rehot. And it's red on this top left. I'm not sure what that's for. If this was a chronograph, it might be useful, but it's not. So I think it's just decorative. Once again, this might be an homage to a more expensive watch where that is actually useful. I don't know. Once again, if you know if it's homaging anything, be sure to leave a comment. Because I Googled and Googled and Googled and I couldn't find anything. Then we have the dial. The dial does have a nice sunburst effect. Then we have the Tsukume name up top, and then it says quartz on the bottom. No mention of water resistance, and you just get the basic 30. Then we have the minute markers with numerals at the 5s. And then we have the indices, which are all numeric. Then we have the hands. They're just stick hands, and they are loomed, but the loom's not very good. And then we have an unloomed second hand, and it appears to be missing the marks, but it's such a thin hand you can't even tell anyway. And then we have a date at the 3. The date wheel is not color matched, but in this case, when it takes the place of a numeric index, I think the white looks just fine. Then we have an unsigned push-pull crown, and the crown action, believe it or not, is wonderful for a watch in this price range. And look at this. You go to set it. Bam, no annoying minute hand jump. So that's just wonderful. So you don't have to be super careful when you set it. You don't have to hold the crown. So that's just great. I love that. Then we have a dome mineral glass crystal. And as you can see, there's plenty of distortion. So it's just single domed. But this is a sub-$20 watch. You're not going to get double domed. And then we have the case. The case is a chrome-plated alloy. You don't get solid stainless steel in a watch under $20 usually. But it's nicely shaped. And not all chrome plating is created equal. I think they did a good job with this one. Then we have the case back. The case back is a press-on. These little notches for a wrench are just decorative. You can see the little slot right here for the pry bar. Then it says water resistant, 30 meters. And then it gives you the battery code, so you know which battery to buy before you even take the case back off. Then it says Tsukume 9320. Underneath the case back is the Epson AX32A movement. And as I already showed you, there's a no annoying a minute hand jump, so that's just wonderful. I don't know if this is my first Epson AX32A or not, but I'm perfectly happy with this movement. As we know, Epson is now part of the Seiko group, and there's a little confusion though, because when Seiko and Orient joined, Epson started releasing Orient movements branded as Epson. So I don't know if this is an Orient movement branded as Epson or an original Epson movement, but at this price, who cares? Then we have the hollow integrated bracelet. Once again, you have these protruding end links, but they're all integrated. It's all part of the case. And then you have steel hollow links. And as you can see, there's no taper. I really wish there was a taper, because this bracelet just looks too big for this watch. And then we have push pins. And as I mentioned in the montage, I struggled with them on my first watch, but this time I took a little WD-40 and lubed them up before I pounded them out, and they came out fairly easy. So you might want to prepare for that. Then we have a butterfly clasp, and there are no half links. Here is the watch and my 7.5-inch wrist. It looks nice, it wears nice. I removed 3 links. So 8.5, or you'll need more links. And of course, it's an integrated bracelet, so you might not be able to change it. But looky here, though. I have this bracelet that's designed for a Nautilus, or I have this strap that's designed for a Nautilus, and it looks like it would fit. So you might be able to put it on a strap that's designed for a Nautilus. But I'm not going to do that, because I don't want to pound out these pins or not, because it might be a one-way pounding. Here we are in the loom room. I'm not going to do a full-blown loom test. What's the point? You don't buy a watch like this for the loom. So we'll just show you what it is. It's not very good. So anyway, there's the loom. As you can see, it's not very impressive. Only the hands are loomed, and it's going to fade fairly fast. So there's no sense speeding up the time. What do I like about this watch? Well, it looks and wears nice. It has an Epson Japanese movement with no annoying minute hand jump. And there's plenty of colorways if you don't like this one. What are my gripes and groans? The watch dial just looks too small for the size of the watch. I just wish the bezel wasn't so big and the dial was just a little bit bigger. I wish the bracelet tapered. It just seems like a really big bracelet for this size of watch. And I had really struggled sizing the very first one I had, so you're going to need some WD-40 to get these pins out. Do I recommend this watch? Sure. I wish the dial was bigger, but it is a nice looking watch that is under $20 and doesn't have that annoying minute hand jump. Just be sure to have some WD-40 handy when you size it. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Tsukume 9320. And I will be back with a mini review of this GSD-03 on the bracelet. And if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link and I'll get a tiny commission. All these tiny commissions add up, and after a while, I might be able to get a little bit more prestigious watch to review on this channel. Bye.